So sick of you niggas that contradicting. I be so bold myself, can you come and fuck me? I feel so ordinary, said when you around me. Treat me like corduroy, wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Hi, it's Muchi or Bored Black Girl, and I am back with another 12 book challenge update. It is time for me to update on my September and October books, I believe. My September book being Heartstopper Volume 1, and my October book being Heartstopper Volume 2. Now, I am excited to fill these out. I will say I normally show you guys a screen recording of my iPad, but I've been noticing in the past screen recordings that my iPad has been very wonky, so I'm so sorry about that. So if it appears that, like, nothing's really going on the screen, I apologize, and it is just the iPad giving up on me. But let's begin. Here we go on my 12 book challenge. We are just going to slide all the way over here. As we can see, it is time to update. Now, first things first, we are going to actually update our information for Heartstopper book volume 1. All right, so right here we have our favorite quote, our most memorable moments, things that we absolutely hated, absolutely loved, and our favorite characters. Let's think. Okay, one moment for me that was really memorable was when Nick is leaving Charlie's house and hugs him, but it's a really long hug. I found this really memorable because I love the way Tori just comes in and it's like, yeah, he's definitely not straight. Because, like, I could understand a quick hug, or, like, maybe like a celebration type hug, but, like, just giving him a long hug, Nick Nelson, suspicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and type that. There we go. For favorite quote, I don't really think I have one, but let's check. All right, honestly, one of my favorite quotes has to be when Charlie says, "Would you kiss someone who isn't a girl?" Because I feel like he saw the opportunity to kiss Nick and said, "Oh yeah, I'm going for it." He wastes no time. I love how forward he is when it came to kissing Nick at Harry's party. My typing is quite impeccable. There we go. For absolutely hated. What did I absolutely hate? I absolutely hated the way well, I don't know their ages, but I hated the way the other rugby guys at Harry's party, how they were acting when Harry was, like, saying things about Charlie. I thought it was a little unnecessary because I wasn't surprised that, Harry was picking on Charlie, but I feel like having the other guys join in was kind of like, oh, okay, I didn't think this was a multiple person opinion thing, but okay. All right. It looks a little bit rough, but I said when the other rugby guys joined in on commenting about Charlie when he was gone, it looks a little bit rough, but please ignore that. What did I absolutely love, huh? I loved when Nick stood up to Harry at his birthday party. It was a fun moment in the book. And also, Darcy was there. She was kind of like, damn, okay, I kind of like this kid. I thought that was a really nice moment. Do I have a favorite character? That's a good question. Honestly, I don't think I have a favorite character so far. I don't think anyone stood out to me, like, overwhelmingly. Now, let's get into our Let It Out section where I basically pour out all of my thoughts and feelings about this book. I will be right back because you guys know I am a voice to texter because y'all will not catch me spelling all of that. But let me go get my journal where I wrote down my notes. All right, we are back, journal in hand. Now it is time for us to create our little text box and get into talking about letting it out when it comes to Heartstoppers. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna do voice to text, so just watch that appear. Oh my gosh, this phone is gonna be terrible. Although I really enjoyed this book, I feel like my final thoughts might be a little bit shocking.
here's what I said. I said, this book, a graphic novel, was a lot shorter than I expected. For 263 pages, I thought... Oh. Let me hold up the book. There you go, let's try again. This book or graphic novel was a lot shorter than I expected. For 263 pages, I thought we would get further in the story. It seems the first book is only 2 chapters. 1, Meet, and 2, Crush. I gave a 3 out of 5 stars for experience because I expected a longer story, so the experience was quicker than expected. The story was a 3 for the same reason. It felt unfinished. Romance was a 2 because I felt Charlie and Nick's romance is still underdeveloped, but there is clear something is beginning. Honestly, I wanted to really like this, and I think I did, but it just felt so short. It really felt like nothing happened, which hurts to say because some stuff did happen, but I think it was just them being so hyper-focused on Nick and Charlie in the book compared to, naturally, the TV show, which I watched first, I'll be honest. It was a little bit surprising because I was expecting, okay, season 1, book 1 would be the same or like similar sequence of events, but for book 1 to just end so quickly, I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's surprising. But if you want to see me talk a little bit more about this book, more specifically the notes that I took while reading it, you should absolutely go check out the full video where I talk about it, which will be in the description below. All right, now that we have filled everything out for Heartstopper Volume 1, it is time for me to rate it. Here we go. Now, as for rating, I think I'm going to rate this a 3 out of 5. I think that it is a really cute, comfy book, but I feel like not that much happened. I was expecting more, and I was not really given it. I think that if I were to pick this up without knowing that there was a TV show that went with it, or without knowing how much of the story was to come, I am unsure if I would still read this or have picked it up. I think Heartstoppers as a whole is good, but this first Heartstopper book on its own is just not really for me. But I think the whole story might be. But now that I have let it all out, I think that it's time for us to focus on our next book, which is Heartstopper Volume 2. All right, first things first, we're actually going to go to our goal tracker and check off one more goal. All right, which one is this? We are doing goal number 8, this lovely little bow right here. Which means we only have about 4 left until we are completely done. So let's go ahead and go back to our calendar. Right next to Heartstopper Volume 1, we are going to put Volume 2. All right, there we go. And then we're going to add our text, same as the first one. We're going to put Heartstopper Volume 2 this time. And of course, it is going to be by Alice Osman. All right, with that information filled out, it is time for us to fill out a little bit more about this lovely book. It is actually heavier than the first one, which I don't know why that's surprising, but I'm interested to see what we're going to get into with this second one. All right, we are going to real quickly fill out the same information that we just did earlier. Heartstoppers. There we go. Volume 2. And Alice Osman. If it would work with me, there we go. I believe, yes, Osman. There we go. Now, let's see. We need to fill out our genres, tropes, and our book formats. As always, we are going with our paperback. Oop, if I could spell paper correctly. Next, we are going to go with our genre. I can't really remember what I put last time, but I am going to go with LGBTQ. I don't know why I automatically changed to that. Then I'm going to go to romance. And I believe contemporary. I believe young adult would also classify. Ooh. My text is a little too big. We're gonna see if we can bring that down. I feel like this would either be young adult or teen. Now for volume 2, I'm really not sure what we are about to get into. I know that we're going to explore other people's relationships more, like Tao and Elle, and hopefully Darcy and Tara. So I think I'm going to leave the tropes section empty because I'm not really sure exactly what is going to be going on during Heartstoppers. I just want to remind you guys that there are only a few months left in the year, and this Halloween I'm actually going to be having a 25% off sale on my entire Etsy shop, so you can get this lovely 12 bow book challenge for yourself and challenge yourself to reading 12 books in 1 year or 1 book per month. I also have a 24 bow one as well for 2 books per month. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to check out the videos that we'll be posting on book 1 of Heartstopper as well as season 1 of Heartstopper. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to check out my social media in the description as well as my Etsy shop. I'm talking so much. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Make sure to subscribe because I'm on the road to 300, and bye. I love you.